טוב להודות לאדוני, הוא זמר לשבחה עליון, להגיד בבוקר חסדך, באמונתך בלילות.
טוב להודות לאדוני, הוא זמר לשבחה עליון, עלי עשור ועלי עיניו, עלי היגיון.
Shalom, everyone, and nearly Shabbat Shalom. It's been a while since we've last done this, and I'm happy to go back. Today is Friday. Today's the 11th day of the Hebrew month of Iyar. Today is May the 9th, and this week we're going to be reading towards the end of the book of Leviticus. We actually have two portions this week. The first one starts on chapter 16, verse 1. And the portion starts with the Lord giving instructions to the high priest, to Aaron, what should he be doing in the tabernacle, later in the temple, on Day of Atonement. This is a very, very important text. Day of Atonement is the holiest day of the year. It is the only day which its sanctity overtakes the sanctity of Shabbat. So if we have Day of Atonement taking place on Shabbat, we fast on that Shabbat. We don't put it off. We don't postpone it. It's a very, very important day. Therefore, the text is highly important. The portion begins in chapter 16, and it says that the Lord spoke after the death of the two sons of Aaron. The two sons of Aaron died in chapter 10. If you all remember, then the two sons of Aaron, Nadav and Avihu, they came before the Lord and they brought profane fire. That was on the day of the initiation ceremony of the tabernacle. Everybody was there, millions of people, very big crowd, big drama. Fire fell from heaven to consume the the offerings on the altar. And the two sons of Aaron brought incense, each with his own censers, and put it before the Lord. Some say in the holy sanctuary, some say in Holy of Holies, but they brought something they were not asked to bring. The Lord, on the spot, fire fell from before the Lord and consumed their souls, and they both died. And here, a few chapters later, we are now dealing with chapter 16. We have 7 chapters later. We see that the Lord is speaking after the death of the two sons of Aaron. Back in chapter 10, Aaron was already told, Aaron and his remaining two sons, they were already told not to mourn for the loss, not to mourn for the death of their family members. And Moses said, the people will mourn for their death, and you have to continue and serve the Lord on behalf of the people. Here we see it again. After the death of the two sons of Aaron, Aaron is being told, sit, take your notes, take a pencil and paper and pencil, and write down everything that you will need to do on Day of Atonement. We have an extremely important message from this. We get to learn about the role that the individual has in relation to the interest of the whole nation, of the whole public. There's always a balance between my identity as an individual, as a private human being, to society, to my nation, to my people. How do I balance this? What if what I need to do for the nation doesn't quite go in line with what I want for myself on that particular moment as an individual? Torah is telling us that the overall interest, the general interest of the nation always takes over your own personal interest as a human being. It's a very, very important message, and I think especially nowadays with let's say more like modern Western society that we live in, when the life of the individual is very much being put under the spotlight, and we're trying to maybe think about elements such as live and let live. I can do what I want, you can do what you want, and each one lives his own life in separate. But Torah, scriptures, God is teaching us otherwise. That the interest of society, of the nation, of your people, always takes preference. May we are always strong enough to put ourselves aside and to see the greater good according to the calling that the Lord has given to us. Shabbat Shalom.
טוב להודות לאדוני, ולזמר לשמך עליון, עלי עשור ועלי